is Jackie with thecuttingedgeculture.com. I am here at Auto Bar with the Static. I'm here with Joe and Scott of the Static.
Hello!
And Dave, who's hiding off in the
on sound effects.
On sound effects. There you go. And I've spoken to you guys a long time ago.
Been a while.
Been a long time. You are good with sound effects. We'll keep you around. You were formerly members of Hotspur.
Yes.
How did you transfer from being in that band to this band? What was the transition?
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean,
Is that what you mean?
a lot of similar guys.
Translation was fabulous. No, it was it's the same guys, and we started working on a new record, and it sounded very different than Hotspur, and it had just a whole different vibe, and we were like,
Good question. Should we go to the bathroom?
I think this is okay.
I've done interviews in there too, but this is alright.
That has its own special charm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we basically were working on new songs, and it was like, this doesn't really feel like Hotspur, this feels like a different thing, and it was a bit of, I don't need to bury you with the details of our drama, but it was sort of time for a fresh start for us. And so it felt like the right thing to do was to you know, we still love Hotspur, and I think we still will write songs, and we will still do that thing in the future, but for now it was like, no, this is time for a different thing, let's pursue Static.
So I have to ask, because Static could mean still and fixed in one place.
Yes, it's
Is
one
there-
of those
is there any
words.
sort of-
It has a lot of meanings. It sounds cool. That's honestly, that was the best. We were like, Static, I could get behind them. I could hear,
It sounds symbolic.
Static could go on a
though.
world tour, and I would get behind that shit. So it's just sort of stuck. It was like, we had a few, and I was like, no, that sounds awesome.
It's got some electricity to it. It's got some...
Where's our sound effects guy? He's gone when we need him.
Saps. There we go. What makes...
Cut that in later.
Yeah, we'll make it work. What makes the Static unique from other bands in sort of the pop dance genre, if there is one?
The pop dance genre.
I think
It's there now. Just made it.
I think like we are best at, we try to walk that line very carefully of being like the pop dance thing and the rock and roll thing, because that, you know, we love the rock and roll, we love the pop dance. We try to just take the best shit from over here and the best shit from over here.
Yeah, and honestly, the biggest thing you're seeing now is like a ton of bands getting big on YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with getting big on YouTube and putting up your cover video or whatever, but it's like, for us, if you can't do what we did, come to a real stage in front of people and bring a rock and roll show, like, you're not really a band. There's probably will be a new term for what those people are doing, where they don't play live, they don't know how to play live. It's like, not to hate on them, because there's a lot of talented people doing, you know, but if you can't bring it in a live setting, if you can't be a band and do the things that bands do, it's like, so I think that's sort of what sets us apart, is having that, knowing what it takes to be like, alright, we make, you know, dancey, fun, you know, music that's like, that works in that setting, but is also, you can come to a rock show and have a rock show.
So what are some influences that you might have drawn from in these new songs?
I feel like we've tried to block them all out. A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. You get a little wrapped up in like, oh, is this a little too much like this band or like this band? And I think a little more, you know, the classic rock influences are always a big like, what did they do? You know, like I had a lady come up to us who may have been alive and been to a lot of 80s shows.
Be nice.
She was old. She had been around.
Just say.
Might have been on a Van Halen tour at some point, and she was like, thank you for bringing back what was awesome about the metal bands in the 80s and that live thing that is just like a little bit missing now. And it's like, so, yeah, I think there are a lot of influences. I could list a lot. But really, it does come down to, like, when we tried to pinpoint, like, what is it about the songs that we discard and the songs that we accept for, like, this is what goes on the album, and it was that they have this vibe that's just like, this song makes me want to, like, just party, and the song, like, even if it's not about partying, it's like, it has this groove to it that's like, I want to get down, so that is the core. Any band who brings that, they are...
Getting down is the core.
Getting down.
That's our influence.
Getting down. Yeah.
I like that.
Got it.
You know those guys?
Getting
down.
Yep.
They're the best.
Yeah.
Tonight you filmed some video footage for a video.
Yes, we did.
And you're still working on that, and I'll let you go in a little bit.
Sure.
why make a music video in 2012 when back in the 80s, I don't know if you remember, there was a whole channel devoted to that.
Oh,
and now, I don't know what they're playing.
Well, that's the thing, is like, outside of television and everything, like that's how people are consuming music more than ever, is in video form. People want the full fucking sensory experience, like everything all
They
at
want
once.
their MTV.
They want their MTV.
Even if it's not from MTV, they want what MTV brought to them, but they can now get it everywhere. So it's not quite the same, and it's funny because we were watching a cat video of a cat singing Game of Thrones today, and we were like, shit, this is brilliant, and it's amazing. And this, like, bands will spend thousands and thousands and millions of dollars working on a video, and this person did a cat singing Game of Thrones, and they are equal
I've seen this
in the internet world.
They have more
And it
views.
blew my mind. It was just like, what are, you know? So, yeah, there's like OK Go sort of led the way for bands taking things to a different level as far as internet viral videos go. And there's a whole different art there is to, I mean, if you go back, not to hate on the 80s and the videos that they produce, but they're kind
Again,
of,
be nice.
they're awesome. They're awesome in their own way. But, you know,
In their cheesy way.
Hair if you wasn't for the 80s.
exactly, and it's, yeah, it's a different medium now. So we take what was awesome about that, and then we integrate it into this new sort of internet world. And so that's what you're gonna see in this new videos. We do a whole lot of like pretty crafty, pretty cool stuff. We're not gonna give any of it away, but you know, so it's trying to mesh those two worlds in the new world of YouTube and the new MTV.
It's also fun.
Yeah,
Really
So
fun.
it's really
Yeah.
important. It's
Yeah.
getting back to the fun.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we try to like do shit that we like,
right.
It's all about the getting down.
and we just get down with that.
So the new video isn't just performance-based, there's
Right.
some storytelling.
Right. It's not to give too much away, but it's basically a retrospective into one magical inebriated evening that I have had. So the live performance, you know, every night of the week, this is what I'm doing.
It's
So,
actually based on a true story.
based on a true story. This is it's a documentary.
Changed only to protect the guilty.
No,
It's-
the names have not
No,
been changed at
no
all.
names. No. It's really more of a documentary, but with models and drinking, and it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be fun.
We also have another video.
And we have another video which we did all stop motion. Taylor and I played with toys for about a week straight and filmed the whole thing, and that turned out pretty well. And that's actually debuting next week.
You'll be seeing that real soon.
For which song?
For So Wrong, and it literally is so wrong. There's Barbie. She's getting it on with
She's getting down.
Chewbacca.
Just
She's getting down. We violate pretty much every childhood toy you ever loved in all the right ways.
You'll be happy for them. They've grown up a little.
Yeah, they're having a nice time in a dollhouse. Leave it at that.
Barbie gets real.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on making a lyric video?
Interesting
Are there-
question. Lyric video.
It falls
They're
under
cool.
it falls under that same sphere of like it's sort of an evolving new thing that before it was just like, oh, a lyric video is a chance for you put the words on the screen so people can learn them, and then it evolved into this like, well, what is the coolest way that you can present your words to the world? And so we just put out a lyric video for Last Call that was, I basically sifted through a whole bunch of old YouTube footage of game shows and sort of photoshopped in all of the words in the old game shows. And it's like, again, there's a new art that has no name, this new form of video that is just doing the, what is that clever thing? Like, it's a cat singing Game of Thrones. Who the hell would have known that's awesome? But you watch it and you're like, I can't deny this is awesome. So I
I
think
know. I'm gonna watch it.
You should.
And share people.
yeah,
You're
please
gonna
do.
share it. Like
Please
that's
do.
the whole
And so
point.
that's the new, that is sort of part of what the new video culture is like, okay, you want, yeah, a lyric video, yes, the point of it is to present your lyrics to the world, but in a way that is like,
Yeah, I think what's cool about it is
Blow
like
some
you can get
minds.
away with anything. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
You're not really like being compared to other lyric videos. It's just like
it could be a
this is
penis
cool, or is
drawing,
it not cool?
penis drawing lyric video, that would be huge.
Or if the lyric. No, I'm
Just leave
I'm
it,
just gonna
leave it
stop,
there.
stop.
Maybe explain it, but maybe not.
no.
Just make sure you get a shot of the way.
I will. So you mentioned YouTube.
Yeah.
What are the other influences social media has had on your band?
Fuck social media.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. It's great. Social media is awesome. I mean, I think, like, you learn from being in a band that, like, your method of reaching out to people is always changing, and I think this is just another step in that sort of process. And you know, obviously it's changed a lot, but
I don't think Facebook is going away.
I don't think Facebook is going away.
No, it's cool. It's funny because I think we made our biggest splash as Hotspur when we, not to name drop MySpace or anything, I don't know if that's cool yet, I don't know if we've been away from it enough, but it's interesting, that was like a whole new experience for us. Was like, oh, we can just like hop online for 20 hours and we'll have 50 new fans. That's an incredible thing. And so now it's evolved a little bit, but it's like there's still that opportunity of like you can talk to people in Bangladesh and make them your fan just by like putting a little time in. And so I think it's
at the same time it's like we know, and everybody else is going to figure out that like you make fans at shows. Like you can make casual fans on the internet, maybe they'll buy some on iTunes, but like if you want to get there and like really build a buzz and make diehard fans, and
people in Bangladesh, they can be big fans, but not as much as the people who are going to come out to a show and come out to your video shoot and come out and just like
see your face,
and you know
meet you in person.
So I think we're all about that as keeping that as a very important part of the band experience. It's like it is still live music. It is still, that's where the magic happens. Is that those live shows? You know?
So after Getting Down,
yeah.
What's up next for the Static after this?
After we get down, well, we're finishing our video shoot tomorrow, and then we actually just announced a show at the Fillmore, the new Fillmore in Silver Spring. We will be doing our CD release on October the 28th, I believe. 26th. Friday, the last Friday in October.
26th.
And it's going to be awesome, and we're very excited to play. I literally watched that venue be built and transformed for about, and I followed it in the news, and it was like, next year, Fillmore coming. I was like, and then, you know, 5 years later, here we are. So, it's finally here, and we're finally here, and we're very excited to be releasing a CD and playing that show. So,
what's the name of the CD?
While the Night is Young is the name of the CD.
It's about getting down.
It's the general theme. It's a concept album.
Looking forward to it, and I'm sure I'll talk to you before then and then.
And then, please do.
And this is Jackie with thecuttingedgeculture.com.
Thank you, Jackie.